They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. There's Wilson to throw.
Get in
He's
there.
able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
I need you to send something on my YouTube. I need to send something. I'm sorry to mess up this game. But I'm about to send Jeremy a broadcast.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
They'll try to run with Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
Hold on a second, Jay. Shit. See something. Jeremy's still in the party. All right, cool.
No, I'm not your actual friend. I'm saying you should be able to join me. What is wrong with this game?
I know what it is. I know what it is.
This is why I know the good parts of it.
I'm about to invite Jeremy right now to watch the game, so we can get down. If you can hear me, bro, I'm about to send you an invite to watch the game, so just take it. Watch the game. Let's go, man.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
I'll take my 3. My defense looked pretty decent.
Jason Myers down for the field goal.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one,
now a hit and a loose football.
Dang. We own it, bro.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
and I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking
do
to
it.
themselves, okay, do
Come
we still
on,
want to
man.
try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes.
Well, that's supposed to be a pick.
Confidence in their
You know
kicker.
that.
But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the ground, this is Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11.
I already know how I get down. We played. I used to fuck with Jeremy on the old shit, though. Man, 13.
15, 15. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
Oh, come on,
Inside the
bro.
25.
I gotta switch this remote. I gotta switch remotes. For real. I don't like this remote at all. I don't like this remote. Yeah, nah. Alright.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
That's supposed to, hey, I got my remote now.
So he missed his long
Good
field
shit,
goal
though.
try, but he's got
That was
this
nice.
one.
You should expect that out of Mahomes. Should expect that out of Mahomes. He threw that pass. He got it on the
Now
money.
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Damn, I was on him too. I'm talking about this.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense isn't too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Yeah, he
watched.
watched.
Have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, he can see me.
They run it with
Let's
Carson.
Go. Let's eat.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
Seahawks,
that good for 22 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now again, right side. Carson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at that nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Looking for the end zone.
We're going to eat too.
Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now a throw for the
Let's go. Let's go.
Now the ball
Let's go.
We
got near that killer.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
What are y'all doing?
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Gotta stop it.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Oh my God. Oh.
Good positioning, and it's picked
bro.
off. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20.
That was careless,
10.
man. That was
Score.
careless.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
I'm supposed to be in the end zone.
That for a little jolt right before intermission.
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now.
That was luck,
this one's in the air.
Right in his hand. Sorry, I'm going to get on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And an alley to run. And now look at this. Big game, but a fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Wilson throwing again. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
Yeah. It's 3, I take it.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson dancing to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Myers able to knock it through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready. Zoom action here in quarter number 3. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A 2nd down carry for
come on, man.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Go.
It will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
And now nothing but green ahead of him.
Hell yeah, I was waiting on that play. I said, everybody keep burning me with that motherfucker. Hell nah.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We have the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10.
Oh, man.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care
Everybody
of
thought it was going to be a
Make
pass.
some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get
Looking for Kelsey
go.
there, but it's intercepted.
Let's go. I'm on it.
Picked off by
On it.
Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Should have lived it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson.
Come on, man. Why
He'll do
you
a nice
grabbing
job
him?
here just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Go upfield.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Check to the 3. Go. Check. Deeper.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. We're back now in KC as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
If I get it, it's ball game. Get it, it's ball game.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's Kelsey on the
Let's go, defense.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
That defense is good.
And they will take
own it.
At the 29-yard line.
That's the second time he fumbled.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson.
Let's go.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40.
Go.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone.
That hurt.
And all
That
the
hurt
way
him.
in, touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 71 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give him full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Oh, my God. I was supposed to catch that.
They work this out
I was supposed to catch that, bro. You know
nice
that.
Gain of 21 yards. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Jefferson coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They run again with Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Good game, Zay. I'm about to join Jeremy now. Jeremy turn to beat Zay. Yeah. They did. What you got, difference? Yeah, I'm playing him now. I'm playing him now. He sent the request. He knew you was done, bruh. I bet. You can watch the game, bruh, if you want to. I'm about to send it to you, alright? Stay right there. I got you, bruh. I got you. Naya, do me a favor and check the door and see if there's a package out there.
The door's locked.
Hmm?
The door's locked.
Hold on. Ah man, I messed up.
No package, no package.
I'm about to send it to you. Hello.
I just unlocked it.
You unlocked it? Alright, cool. Alright, I'll send it, Zay. Hey, this nigga would have got the Ravens. Okay. What is it? Wings? Yeah, warm them up. Eat them. I sent it. You get it? Yeah. I think that's it, yeah. You should be able to watch it. Alright.
Big numbers. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted. That's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number.
Dude, you he would have got the Ravens. This might be tough, man. I'm trying to sweep y'all niggas twice. Both of y'all 2 whoopings apiece.
It's the NFL on EA
This nigga
Sports
named
as
the GOAT.
we're in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Hold on. You're gonna get me shot. Hello, Joe.
Tactical Eddie. 50 seconds.
No doubt on that defense, no doubt.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
I'm ready. I'm ready, man. Had to go get a package.
Let's go, fellas.
You're welcome.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. They'll come up now.
Hey, you think he's going to try a lot of that Lamar shit on me, Zay?
Now it's Carson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Carson.
Let's go.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way
go.
in. Touchdown,
Seattle. Beast, baby.
Chris Carson, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Wow, he caught that one-on-one. Oh, my God.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 58 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Damn, quick score.
Able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 50, check 50.
Wilson, he'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this.
Let's go.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. They'll throw on first down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he will score.
It's too easy. My defense about to get right, though. No more of that play action shit.
With his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board.
Yeah, he killing me with that guy, man.
One play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful.
Killing me with that guy on the play action. Oh, that shit is dead.
They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Stop that shit.
Jackson.
Oh, my God. Quick score.
Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
2 plays.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
Huh? Like 1 minute and 30 seconds.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. This offense converting once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. These two teams all tied after one. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
Let's go. He ain't about to keep getting the same play out. Ain't no way.
That's it. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson steps away to his left. And some room to work. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Jackson to a long target to go.
He's killing me with the pass.
Way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Right back to him on first down. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, it's Carson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Lynch running the counter. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting.
Let's go. Let's go.
And down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
Oh, baby.
Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that. Comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses.
That rag being gone.
One guy makes a big play, and that can help.
That was 2 weeks ago.
We'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's up in.
Ready.
After a gain of 2 out to the 27. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On third down, Wilson.
Do it right to
It's
him.
intercepted. Picked up by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Keep playing hard.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown.
That.
And he's out of bounds. Wow. Almost gets to the 10. A third down gain of 19.
They give you everything, man. It was not a catch. Can we see that? And that was not a catch.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Ziggy Ansah.
I don't know why he didn't call a timeout. Kick field goal.
Credited with his sack.
That might have hurt you.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second and a couple.
Go.
Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's the second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Jackson to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram.
Got me with that weak ass screen, man.
Across the 45. 25 yards that time. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Oh, my God. Come on, man. This nigga Lamar is too nice.
25 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Let him know, let him know.
This game far from over, bro. Far from over.
They get him down, but not before he takes it across
you
the
think he's going to win?
line. It's a gain of 12.
Oh, you think he's going to win? All right,
Seahawks.
good. I like that.
Partner,
I like
if you want
that.
more carries, I think we saw how you get him.
I like that.
Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run.
He only up by a
Don't
touchdown.
just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And a good burst there.
Yeah,
gets
a 12
up
points.
to midfield.
Too much
Another
time.
good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself to the right side and complete to Metcalf.
Let's go, man. Come on now. I'm going to score 2. I just got to stop that bullshit you doing.
DK Metcalf, 50 yards, as his guys are back within a single
Killed me with
score.
that play.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also
Man, come on, man.
And come back with something else to keep the defense off
Making him catch it.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson.
Let's eat.
And that'll be incomplete.
Jackson on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
That's got to be a long day. Hey, no, look at that. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
From the gun, Jackson.
Let's go.
And the Seahawks
Let's go.
defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Quentin Jefferson. Sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Back now in Baltimore, as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
66. Put it. Mike's 50.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Let's go.
Pressure too
Heard
great,
him.
and he goes down once more. Quentin Jefferson and the Seahawks will get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We need to win it.
36 power.
They run the counter. It's Lynch. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
14.
First down, the run with Lynch. He'll have a
Let's
first
go.
down inside
Let's
the 10.
go.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
It'll be Carson. They run for it. He will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
We'll see what his offense can do. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Jackson now.
Let's go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Cut.
Go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
What?
50. Mike 50.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. All day, and what's more, any day.
Throwing on second and long.
Let's go.
And he can't get a throw off.
Man.
He's taken down. What
it's
a
over
huge
for him,
play
Zay.
at this
He
point
got
in the
it.
game. Jadeveon Clowney in
out.
there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Mike 50. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 50, Mike 50. You must be dreaming.
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35.
Let me get in that play.
A big play that time for the Ravens.
Bullshit,
53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. He's back to throw.
Let's eat. Let's eat.
He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Let's eat.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score,
good game,
they
man.
got a chance to win the game. Instead, they coughed it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side.
Hey, Zay, where you at? Yeah, you doubted me, didn't you? You doubted the hell out of me, boy. I like that, though. Another one. I stopped all that shit he was doing. I stopped all that shit. You might as well tune in to this game. You might as well tune in, watch this game. Came back. I was down, boy. Hell is the hell. Oh yeah, damn, I had to send you that. Yeah, man, he got there. He played a good game, though. I give him that. I had to fight back, and I did. Yeah. Yeah, but. Ah, shit. I was killing him on the run. He couldn't stop it. Yeah. Yeah, he was getting off that deep pass, man. That's it. Hell yeah. But shit. It didn't kill me enough. Alright, man. Who you got? Yeah, them Seahawks. Hey, I got 11 sacks that game. Maybe 12. Defense stepped up. Hey, I'm just feeling good. I got 2 wins from 2 different people. I take it. Today my day in this Madden. I'm smacking niggas.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas.
You talking shit? I was good. That was my guy. Oh, he talking shit. Good game, bruh. You tried. Just tune in. Watch this game. You can get next. Hold on. I'm trying to. He said that was his game. He said, "I'm gonna get you next game."
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at
Yeah,
Century
tune
Link
in.
Field
Watch me
in
beat
Seattle,
Zay.
Washington. These
Getting you
folks
next.
love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Yeah. I hope you got it this game.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Hey, kill.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Brees now. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
Man, there's 2 people watching this game.
After the catch,
oh, your shit must still be on.
Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Brees. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
21.
Now Breeze again.
Go.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. KJ Wright came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze.
That's good defense.
50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
That's good defense.
Trey Flowers picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check.
A first carry now from Marshawn Lynch. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
Let's go.
Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 50. 30.
Let's go.
Past the 20.
Beautiful juke.
Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 75 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Stay in.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
I take my chances on it.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a play fake. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook.
Drop that.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback.
Let's go.
And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive, got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Let's go.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 42 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Yeah, you can do it. I did it.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Stay in.
So that one will be accepted. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 40. They fake the give. Here's Brees.
Oh, come on.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brees. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his fullback there, Zach Line, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brees.
Let's go.
And for the
Defense
third time
looking
here this
competitive.
And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. It's caught. Lockett. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
1st and 10.
On 1st down, Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Strip that ball. Check nickel.
A run here with Lynch. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Wilson being chased out left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0. And at the the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away.
Hey, that win I got on Germany just lit the flame. Ah, damn.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
Oh, good hit.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 31-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I think, where I beat Germany, he was in Kansas City, right? Yeah, he was. Oh, yeah, he was at home. I forgot. I thought I was home, but, yeah, I was away the last game. Hey, I came back.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, his 2nd sack of the night.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. Now Wilson, flush to his right. He may try and run.
Oh, my God, I had an open guy.
It's out fumble.
My hand, it was like my thumb was stuck.
Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Not an open guy.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? A 10th carry for Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Room here to run. 20.
Let's go.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
That nigga is eating out there.
A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
14.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson forced out to his left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Marcus Davenport able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss. And it takes us to 4th down as well. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
Exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Breeze to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nothing.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this one complete to Smith.
Look at that game,
and unable to break
terrible.
away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Carson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike 54. Oh, you got check. Out.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it.
Come here, little nigga. Let's go.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside.
That nigga a monster, 80.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to him on first down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They got an old three-piece.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Drew Brees.
Let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
I've been giving you field advantage, too.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1 yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop.
Telling you.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He'll find Metcalf.
Go.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They run the counter. Carson. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle, the guys they call the defensive ends,
they like that. You got full-blown A's and said, still can live a full life.
And they do their job well. Guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right, whether it was in Planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed.
Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
All right. The plug Rollins, the boss Rollins.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't the king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my dick, I'm letting it slow. I'm 30 years later, so press is showing me love in my city. Ain't saying hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Wings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Don't worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS another. Focus, banging on they know they taking notice.